that I haven't been a fan of Avengers in my life, but I gotta admit that these last days I have been watching, many edits of Thanos, and I think it's a character with too much attitude and strength and dominance. And I suddenly thought, this man proposes a strange solution to the problem of overpopulation, but in some way I am not thinking that this way is really crazy. Will his looks be blurring my ability to judge what he's doing? If he was an incel, would I be more able to judge what he is trying to do? If you guys know a little bit of facial aesthetics, you may have already realized that Thanos has a really masculine face. He has a strong chin, really prominent brow ridge, small and more or less straight nose, defined and strong jawline. He even has a projected and forward maxilla. This is usually what Hollywood does. If they wanna put a character that has to show strength and dominance, they put a character with really a face that you see that sexual dimorphism. And to that question, I decided to respond it. The question of, will his looks be blurring my ability to judge? So I decided to go to Photoshop and made him an incel version, an incel edition. As you guys have known in the banner, this is Thanos incel version. I haven't made it too much incel to, in order to put in a realistic position. So you guys can see it now. I made him... I forgot it. Other masculine feature he has is a really strong and thick neck. So let's go straight to where we were. I made it now an incel version where you can see now his fragile and thin neck compared to before. He has a recessed face, a crooked nose, he has no brow ridge. You can tell now that he has that gay alien typical skull that many people talk about. In fact, those things, those sexual dimorphism and Thanos and incel Thanos are, if you guys know a little bit of facial aesthetics, the typical warrior versus wimp skull. So you guys can see him now, the incel version. I want you guys to put in the comments, will you judge him now? Will your ability to judge what he's doing is more prominent now? Do you guys think that people will still love him, love his character with the incel face he has now? I don't think so. In fact, I found in those edits of videos of YouTube of Thanos that many people love him, love the way he acts, and love what he's doing. What I think he's trying to do, I think he may have his reasons, and in some things he's not wrong. Like, Earth is finite, he says, and resources are finite. In that he's right, but the goal he's trying to achieve, the way he's trying to fix that problem, I think it's not right. It's simple. For me, it's not right. But in some way, his masculine, his ultra masculine and thick neck face is blurring and confusing the people to the point that many people love him. I've really found so many comments that Thanos is a real hero. Do you guys think that those guys would have put those comments if Thanos had that face I've shown you before, an incel face? I don't think so, and that is the truth. We judge people by the way their looks. A goal may be diffused by the way people looks. I have even seen comments that Thanos is the real hero and the Avengers are the real evil, the real villains. So you can see how Hollywood plays with us, plays with ability to judge a character in function of their looks. Or do you even like or do you support the, I don't know its name, the the teammate of Thanos, let's say that way, the teammate of Thanos, the one that has the power to move things and trap its enemies with things surrounding him? I don't think so. That is because he is ugly. But I can assure you that if that character, the teammate of Thanos, you put him in an alpha version, in a chat version, and you will like him more. You will want to see him more in the movie. Thanos, he even has hunter eyes. Hollywood does these things on purpose. Why do you guys think there are no ugly characters or heroes in Marvel movies, in Avengers? Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, those are examples of pretty faces. Chris Hemsworth, I would say he has a more masculine face. And Chris Evans, I would say he has a more like pretty boy face. Anyways, the guys, you have to realize that there are no ugly people in Hollywood movies. And if there is one ugly people, it is made on purpose, so you don't like him. Look at Hulk. He even has that sexual dimorphism face. That broad chin, prominent brow ridge, strong and defined jawline, thick neck. It is like Thanos. So, in my opinion, what Hollywood does is one of the proofs that looks matter much more than we people think, and we are able to realize that looks are in everything, literally in everything, and influence every way we perceive a person. So, who says looks aren't that important, don't listen to them, just see what they do. It is like women, don't listen to women, just watch and observe what they do and their instinct and irrational behavior. Do you think, guys, those people would have written those comments if Thanos would have that incel face I have shown you? I don't think so. I think Thanos would have been 1 billion more, and probably another villain more that hadn't been loved by the community. I think the reason why so many people love him is because his face. He reminds him to a human, a really masculine face of a human. And it may sound a little bit crazy, I know. And in a certain way, Thanos is a human, so it's not that crazy. Anyways, I think you will agree with me that killing half of the humanity is not the solution, but the problem was real. Earth is finite and its resources are finite. I know, but that solution to the problem, I think it's not correct. I don't know you guys, but it's the way people treat Thanos, I think it's a little bit irrational. It's one more example of how a masculine or feminine face can blur and distort our ability to judge people. If there was characters like Chris Hemsworth or Chris Evans, Thanos, Hulk, if those characters had not that ultra-masculine face and strong cheekbones, defined jawline, I think those movies will have not even the half of the fame